Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review what... Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review What Remains, and this is a film from director Ron Huang and co-written by Megan Everett Skarsgård, and this film focuses on a serial killer played by Gustav Skarsgård and his strange and uncomfortable dynamic and complicated dynamic that he grows to build with his therapist played by Andrea Riseborough, as well as a policeman played by Stellan Skarsgård. This film is very Scandinavian. It has that grayness, it has that just sense of dread and dourness in terms of its atmosphere, how it's shot. It has that specific coloring and everything that makes us feel like you're in one of these Scandinavian countries. And this particular film focuses on the complex dynamic of this is somebody who killed multiple people, is trying to get to the point where rehabilitate and go back into society. But how will people react to that? Will they want somebody who killed multiple people like this to be back on the streets? How does this affect the family of said killer and the amount of grief that they have put upon themselves because of the actions of one of their family members? You have these differing perspectives between this policeman and this therapist and what they perceive as reasonable, potentially compared to the rest of society. I think Gustav Skarsgård gives a fantastic performance that is filled with emotion and complexity, and there's definitely big acting moments in terms of just this release of emotion and anger, and there's violent elements, there's violent moments that are really hard to watch. You see some of these characters, you see Maz Lake, Gustav Skarsgård's character, in very vulnerable places, as well as Riseborough's character, Anna Rudebeck, who's put into very vulnerable places. Their dynamic, their conversations, there's definitely some great element of just weight added in by these fine performances. You have Stellan Skarsgård, who brings this veteran presence to the table as well, and there's a few moments in the film that really feel like they're blowing off all the tension and suspense that has been building up throughout this film. The tricky thing is this film does tackle complex and very different kinds of ideas, and how it presents the varied reactions to these moral dilemmas. That's what's poignant, that's what hits hard. But over the course of 2+ hours, almost 2 hours 11 minutes, this does get a little repetitive. It does drag at times. It really feels like there's energy missing there propelling it forward. And there's times where you just feel like, when's this going to progress in any kind of way? And that kind of takes away from the overall experience of the film, despite the fact that this is, and it's has these interesting ideas, it has this interesting concept. The execution doesn't feel as impactful as it could be. I think the performances go a long way in reinforcing the feeling in scene-to-scene interactions, but just the overall exploration feels like it could have dug a little deeper, it could have gripped you a little bit harder, and propelled and drove forward in a more engaging way. So in the end, this had a lot of potential, and it has a lot of strong elements. It just feels like it comes up a little bit short through its execution, even though there's some strong performances and strong ideas to propel it forward. But those are my thoughts on What Remains. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.